All right, we got a couple stories here. First one comes from here. We're gonna call this one "Thin Blue Line Thugs versus Innocent Civilians and People" like that. First one's coming about a gardener as well. The second one is about a thug that breaks into a home and unlawfully arrests a 17-year-old teen girl. But here we go.
Brutalize an innocent man who, after a long day of work, decided to sit down and have a beer with his friends.
Yeah.
This gardener from San Rafael has already filed a lawsuit against these two cops. They will be named in this video. We know that cops don't produce anything of value. As a matter of fact, they extract value from society when they pull you over and they give you a ticket, they issue a fine. And it almost seems like they want to fill in that gap that they leave of not producing anything by trying with all their might to eliminate people who actually do produce value in society. And I think it's time that we all just kind of wake up, smell the smelling salts of reality, and come to grips with what's actually going on in American law enforcement today.
This week marks 1 year since San Rafael police officers took down a gardener who had been enjoying a beer on a remote street with friends after work. That man suffered several serious injuries.
You thought you would sit down and enjoy a beer with your friends? Well, think again,
That's
buddy.
crazy.
We're American law enforcement. We're going to protect and serve the stew out of you.
And in just the past half hour, that gardener, Julio Lopez, filed a federal
So we're going
civil
to protect and
lawsuit
serve from you
against the
enjoying
officers, the
kicking your
police
buddies,
department,
bros,
as well as
and
the
breaking
city.
bread.
Good, but who's going to get dinged for that? It's going to be the American tax cattle. It's going to be the San Rafael tax cattle. It's not going to...
There's one comment he says on here. If you're not free to chill out with some friends after a hard day's work and peacefully throw back a couple of brewskis, you're not free. Looks like the few bad apples struck again. Yep.
Be these specific officers. It's not going to come out of the pocket of the captain. They're not going to learn anything here because basically they can act with impunity. They can do whatever they want and there are no financial or otherwise repercussions.
I-Team reporter Dan Noyes was the first to break the story last year, and he's back now with the very latest. Dan?
Well, Kristen and Larry, both of the officers involved in that violent confrontation no longer work for the San Rafael police. The department says the terms of their departure are confidential, so we don't know for sure whether they were fired or left on their own.
Isn't that amazing? So now we have the thin blue line veil of secrecy. Well, what did they say? Terms of separation are confidential. Terms of separation are confidential.
Wow.
Not saying that they're fired. Maybe they were given, some kind of accommodation where some police department in another county or another state over can pick them up because, hey, these are great police officers. But this veil of secrecy that they lay over everything, where is this interest in transparency they're always talking about?
The lawsuit against the city of San Rafael, their police department, and former officers Brandon Nail and Daisy Mazariegos was filed.
Brandon Nail and Daisy Mazariegos. There you go. There's Daisy right there. Let's see. What can I do today? Oh, there's guys.
And it was like, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago that happened to some guy in the bus. He was running the Swift Blue Line. He would just stand up and was going to get his wallet, produce an ID, and he threw him down with it. Because the cops' mind, they were fierce of safety. 2 cops, and next thing I know, the guy got body slammed. He had a warrant. But the funny thing was, they needed 3 jurisdiction, 15 SWAT cars, 25 cops for that one guy. That is crazy.
Sitting on a curb enjoying a beer. Let's go ruin his day. And Brandon Nail says, actually, let's not just ruin his day. Let's mess up his entire life and leave him with life-altering
Let's make his life miserable.
Filed today in federal court, San Francisco division. Why is this a federal case?
Julio's rights were violated in a very violent way. Going back to the founding of our country and the Bill of Rights, we all have the right against excessive force and reasonable searches and seizures. That comes from the Fourth Amendment.
Anthony Label represents Julio Lopez and his wife. Lopez had wrapped a long day of gardening when he stopped for a beer along Windward Way with 2 relatives with whom he works. The officers arrive, ask for his ID, and when he stands to retrieve it from his front pocket, they take him down.
Just sit down. Just sit down.
but you
Sit
have to
down.
understand.
Okay.
There we go, hands on. Now, I just want to ask something about Daisy and Brandon here. Let's look at Brandon's face. Can we get it here in the frame? There's Brandon right there. Hey, mom of Brandon.
Yeah,
how do you
Mr. Tough
feel
Guy.
about this guy now? Are you proud? How did you raise your son to actually disregard human life? The guy, the gardener, the producer in society is sitting down, obviously relaxing. The cops can see they're not dumb. They don't have zero IQ. They can assess the situation and go, oh, Julio.
You could train a
just sitting
monkey
down
to be a
drinking
better
beer.
police
He's not
officer than these
harming
fucking
anybody.
clowns.
He's not threatening to harm anybody. He's not doing anything dangerous to himself or others. He's not damaging property. They're just sitting down relaxing. Oh, but you have a law that says, oh, an open container. Stop the presses. Life is horrible. If you see a man with an open container, we got to do something because you're a conformist. You just do what you're told, regardless of what is right. As a matter of fact, you go out of your way to disregard what is right so that you can do what you're told. And that's the conduit through which most evil enters the world. Well, we're just following orders. We're just doing what the policy says. We just take cues from the political parasites and then we enforce these laws because government is not eloquence, it's not reason, it's force. And like fire, it's a dangerous servant and a fearful master. So here comes Brandon and Daisy on the scene to make America safe. BS.
Yeah, to make America safe for themselves.
When he stands to retrieve it from his front pocket, they take him down.
Sit down. Just sit down.
But you
Sit
have to
down.
understand.
God. Daisy loves giving orders.
Medical records show Lopez suffered a broken nose, a concussion, and a shoulder injury that required surgery.
When I was in the ground, I thought I'm gonna die, because it's, all the blood, it's really scary,
In our exclusive.
You got these two armed agents of the state, two psychopathic armed agents of the state on top of you. This Brandon dude was like 6'2" or 6'3" and 230 pounds. This guy's a little guy. And they know they can take him because they're cowards. They're misfits in society. Something needs to be done with them.
Interview from May, his wife told me the ordeal has changed Julio.
And that's the problem with cops these days. They go around looking at everybody like they're criminals.
As before, he tried to be the same because he's
They'll just go up to you and say, oh, you look
loves
suspicious.
his family.
Oh, we got to call
more
back
than a
shit.
dozen causes of action,
They'll
from
say,
unreasonable
like
detention and arrest,
so we gotta
excessive
detain
force,
you.
failure to properly train the officers, assault, battery, negligence. It says a reasonable law enforcement officer would not have used aggressive tactics over something as minor as an open container of beer.
How about a moral law enforcement officer? Not just reasonable, because that's basically subjective, reasonable, articulable suspicion. Well, I reasonably believe that these guys were engaged in committing a crime, and because political parasites wrote something down on a piece of paper, I just felt compelled to please the political class because I am the law enforcement class. How about a little morality? How about just sprinkle in just a little dash of human kindness and compassion?
Maybe they shouldn't have been drinking a beer there, but that wasn't conduct that in any way justified the level of violence that these officers inflicted on him.
It didn't justify anybody walking up to a guy saying anything about anything because he wasn't disturbing anybody. He wasn't harassing anybody. Daisy and Brandon were. He wasn't beating somebody to a pulp. Daisy and Brandon ended up doing that.
That's how some cops operate. They go around driving, looking for somebody watching the street, riding a bike.
Tells me Julio Lopez wants his day in
or someone
court
sitting down just kicking a friend.
And you know what?
Just to mess with
Another
somebody.
thing too that nobody talks about.
Oh,
how about these
we're the police officers. We're the law.
Nobody's asking any questions.
Line. We got the
because
thin blue line. We got a badge.
The thin blue line gang code of dishonor. And they are going to sit there and they're going to protect their fellow law enforcement agents. They're going to protect their fellow fraternal order of police. Nobody's going to ask, hey, why did you rough this guy up? Why is there a pool of blood on the ground? What did the guy actually do? Where's his victim? If there is no victim, there's no crime, and I'm not going to take him
Exactly.
away. I'm not going to participate in this little escapade
No
of
victims,
yours.
no crime.
For a jury to decide the case. Neither Nail nor Mazariegos responded to my texts and phone calls for
course.
comment. A spokesman for Police Chief David Spiller emailed me that the department would not comment on pending litigation. The
course
San Rafael City Attorney did not respond to my calls for comment. The former officers now face felony charges of assault by an officer under color of authority and false statements in a crime report. They're both scheduled to make a court appearance coming up next month. That's in the criminal case for the officers.
So the question is, did they deprive Julio of his right to just be left alone? And did they do it under color of law? Yes, they did. If it's found that they did do that, then they clearly violated 18 U.S.C. 242 deprivation of rights under color of law. And if they did that, you know what one of the prescriptions are for punishment in 18 U.S.C. 242. It says a lawsuit filed against a police department in Northern California claims cops beat a man who was already face down in a pool of blood for drinking a beer in public. And I'm going to end this the way I started it. Without cops, who would harass and beat an innocent man for, after a long day of work and gardening, sitting down with his friends and drinking a beer? Who would jeopardize the life and the health of somebody but the local police department? If we want to change things, we all got to wake up to the reality of what's really going on. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website.
All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can find the comments. Yes, we got the comments. Yeah, and for qualified immunity, start holding law officers accountable. Heck yeah, exactly. Set a new precedent. Sue the individual officers, not the department, make them pay. Yep. Here's some member comments. Yeah, nice. Fans who remember this channel. It's wild how cops commit crimes and don't get charged. It needs to be changed. Yeah, get rid of qualified immunity. Simple as that. The government keeps saying no one's above the law, but I say cops, government officials, judges, etc. are all above the law. Yep. I'll give that a thumbs up. Yeah. We do not need police. We don't. Imagine the level of freedom in this nation will rise without police. It would be awesome. Hey, a guy can dream, can he? Exactly. Give that one a thumbs up. It's amazing me how police try to justify their action, but if we're treated like that, they would file a complaint against their rights. DOJ needs to start stepping up on monitoring these videos to look and prosecuting these detained officers. Another one there. If they resign, then they can be hired by any PD that would have them. Yep. So now you can't even stand up to retrieve your wallet out of the back pocket in front of a cop for officer safety? I know. Yeah. These former cops need to be on the registry of some sort so that citizens can track them to wherever they go. Hell yeah. Praise that, brother. Amen. It never ends because the taxpayers are held accountable, not the cops. Yeah, I know. It's the cops that need to be accountable, like for their pension, their paycheck, or the department. Those charges should not be charged only civilly, but also criminally. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as the cop tells you to sit on a curb, you know you are dealing with power tripping stormtroopers. Big one there. Or law sure know where to find these sickos are. Bingo. Yep. Why do honors and that? Okay. There's no situation the police can make it worse. Yeah. How dare those workers expect to have a beer after work? The cops are only ones who can drink on the job. Sarcastic. Okay. I have nightmares since cops surrounded my car in Round Rock, Texas for car camping and terrified me in a Walmart parking lot at 1:30 in the morning. In the morning last October, cop admitted he was proud he was charging me with a felony prior for an empty vape, PTHA, that had been in my car for months. My car was searched. I was taken in jail and cavity search. I was threatened being ripped from my car when I took the advice of someone that told me to do this. Don't give him money. I told them I would go to jail for the 30 days, so they decided not to prosecute me. I also was almost 60 with a clean record at the time, and from fear they would break my back. I complied. Wow. Well, that's what caused. Don't make up. That's the thing about police officers. Don't make up bullshit lies, just to effect an arrest, so that way they can fatten their paycheck in their pocket. Because cops don't care about you. You don't care about yourself. What's their go-to? To get home to the family. Why cops shoot people in the back or kill unarmed people like that? I was fear for my life and safety. Why did they get away with kidnapping and raping children and women? Because qualified immunity backs their ass up. I'm trumped up charge yesterday, but the judge and the prosecutor committed a horrible Brady violation by allowing the latter to get away with hiding items of great importance and discovery. The judge knew it, and they all looked shocked when they found out. They sided with me regardless of the judge's deception. Judge Bev Benson in Hennepin County, Minnesota. My public defender was an absolute machine of an attorney, and she is aggressively beautiful too. Nice one, brother. Thumbs up on that one. And Brian even commented that one too. Let's see here. I'm glad the judgment like that. Where Alliance said, not like that. Hell yeah. Wow, I seldom hear of a public defender actually helping his or client instead of catering to the district attorney. She deserves the best. Spot on. Yeah. I was thinking that as well, because usually they try to convince people to just take a plea deal. I know. Damn it. All right, here we go. Let's hear it, Scott. Can you make a video telling your story, letting the people know what happened? Yeah. All right, let me get to the next story. There we go. Thugs with batch of assault and unlawfully arrest a teen. No probable cause or arrest warrant. Nothing at all. Check it out.
Hey peeps, no, I'm not in jail. Lynn County, Iowa is just corrupt and evil and trying to put me through the ringer, so I'm dealing with a lot. But today I've got a crazy video for everyone. The other day, back on Sunday, July 30th, 2023, I was outside smoking a cigarette when I had heard a female screaming from roughly a block away. And I had already previously seen a deputy sheriff walk up to this house just like 30 seconds prior to the girl screaming. So I run over there as quick as possible, trying to start recording as soon as possible as well, just to find out that this incident transpired over a phone call over an alleged assault, but yet Deputy Jonathan Evans shows up and is the only one that commits an assault. The address and phone number to Jonathan Evans Sheriff's Department, Tama County, Iowa, will be in the description to this video and also the pinned comment. Let me know what you guys and gals think of this incident in the comments below. I'll see you at the end of the video. Oh yes, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the algorithm. I love you. Peace out. See you at the end. Also, do not forget to show your support and redress your grievances with this department for this girl and her family, because this department is notorious for messing with this family. So I want as many people as possible to help them out and take care of them and make sure that these deputies don't get away with what we are seeing.
Stop hurting her! Get the fuck off of her! Get the fuck off of her! Are you assaulting women now?
Apparently there's an assault.
What's her name and badge number?
Not right now, okay?
What's her name and badge number?
I'll deal with you in a minute. No, you cannot do this. You cannot do this to me. You cannot. This is wrong. This is so... No! Close the door! Close the door so the animals don't get out. No!
It's alright, I got it on recording.
I don't have a shirt on right now. This is rude and just wrong. I just asked you to not step into my house. That is all I did.
Exactly, he doesn't have a search warrant or an arrest warrant or nothing. He can't go in your house.
He is not even...
I'm alright.
My mom owns the property. She's not...
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the lawn, not even in public.
He is fine.
Well, you keep asking me questions.
He can be here. He can be here.
Interfering right now.
He can be here. Fuck off. He can be here. He is allowed to stand there and record.
I'm 10-2.
You got kicked and you feel threatened. You got pushed out of my house. You felt threatened. And now you got a 17-year-old in cuffs.
No.
Yeah, you felt fucking threatened.
Yeah. I'm a minor, too.
You wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, you know what? I bet you 10-1. What would happen if there was nobody around? What would happen if Afro Oddie wasn't there? What would this cop do? He probably would have fucking took her, charged her, took her somewhere alone, and raped the fucking shit out of her. How many times has cops do that shit? Like, remember the Florida cop that raped a 14-year-old and maybe for oral sex over and over? Yeah. Or the Tennessee cop that has raped many teenagers, and these motherfuckers only got probation? Yeah. Uh-huh. See where I'm getting at?
You didn't feel threatened. That is the cause of putting me in cuffs. Is it not? What is the cause then? What did I do? What did I do? What? No, you're not answering.
Hey, you're already fighting me. You've already kicked me.
Oh, my wrist.
Yeah?
You're not doing this the right way.
He is not.
You don't have the right mental health training to deal with this situation at all.
All right. Well, when...
I'm like, yeah, okay, you fucking piece of shit dirtbag cop. Makes you feel good, huh? Makes you feel good, overpower woman, huh? You stupid dirtbag. You do that shit to your fucking kids? You do that shit to your fucking wife? I bet you do. This is probably what dirtbag cops like this probably do. Bitch, get in the kitchen and make me a fucking sandwich. Give me a fucking beer. That's probably what they do.
Catch your breath. I'm gonna have you have my vehicle. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand that, but you cannot.
And then from there we will talk. Do you understand?
Al, can you stop putting so much
As soon as you quit trying to twist
I'm
me
not, okay, I'm not gonna run away from you or anything.
Okay,
Can
so
you
I'm gonna
stop
roll
putting,
you under butt.
you can still have,
I'm gonna
you
roll you
can
under
still
butt.
have your hands on me, just stop putting so much pressure on my wrist.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Fuck.
Have you take this? Go ahead, stand up.
My uncle's here. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain to him what you just did to her. Again?
Yeah, you can explain this shit to him.
Yeah,
This is why
this
cop
officer
watchers and others are
literally
very
is on top
effective.
of her,
Let me tell
went
you.
inside the house, no arrest warrant, no
He's
nothing.
gonna go put me in the back of the car or some shit.
And she's a minor.
Hey, we're gonna go ahead and sit in my vehicle.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and step over here?
Lawsuit incoming.
I will tell you.
Tell you one thing, cops sure have no problem in having minors, don't
He
they?
literally
Especially
barged
minor
inside the house, tackled
Especially
her, was
big
on
fucking
top of
pigs
her,
like
and
that
all
guy.
that.
Miss, look at me.
He got a call from someone else that there was an assault.
All right, miss.
No proof, no nothing. He's literally making
I'm gonna go over there, but can you follow the person who was doing that? You have no fucking
Cops will just violate your rights whether it's right or wrong, though, because the courts will deal with it. They don't.
Like, wrong. Like, in my opinion, it's not right. And you're tackling me.
She's even bleeding, too.
I cannot. I'm 5 fucking feet tall, and I cannot do this. Okay.
And now let me finish talking. Okay?
when you answered the door and you were acting the way you were only talking to me, you wanted to slam the door in my face, that tells me, that tells me that you could possibly be the assault. Okay? And so when I can't see the other male and you're not allowing me entrance, that tells me you could possibly be the assault. Yeah?
This cop doesn't even know if it was her.
I will go in, make sure the other half was okay.
So that's
when
your
you
probable
slammed on the
cause.
door,
Okay.
when you slammed the door on me, that tells me that, and then so I need to
I'm
grab
allowed
you.
to close my door so that I can make sure animals don't get out.
You are.
I have that right to do that. I got done that without you slamming me on the floor. That was the first step. No.
Of course, you're gonna get police officers. Most officers say, "I don't give a shit about your rights. Your rights don't mean nothing when it comes to my safety and me being a police officer, and me doing my investigation." That's what a cop's gonna usually say, and it's the truth. That's what I tell you. That your rights don't matter.
Without an arrest warrant or a search
In
warrant.
my opinion, that is what you did.
I was a couple houses away, but then I heard her screaming, and I had already seen him walk up, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna go over there and start recording and everything, because yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
Officer safety trumps your right to keep breathing. Yeah, ain't that the truth?
But also, I have a pre-judgment towards Tyrant County Police Department, Sheriff, I had that judgment, so I already, of course, I'm gonna feel iffy about you knocking on my door. I just don't like. My first name is Billy.
It's like when the police release information to the public through Main Street like news, what percentage should be released? The correct answer is zippo, zilch, nada.
Okay, but even if it's not in your protocol or any type of shit, it's still wrong. That was not right. That was not right. You don't get to do that to another human being. That's like dehumanizing. That is dehumanizing. That is wrong.
You don't have to help an officer with their investigation anyways. You got the right to remain silent. You don't have to talk to him at all. You didn't even have to open the
Tell
door
her
for
to
him.
exercise her Fifth Amendment. Don't answer questions.
Exactly.
Don't answer nothing.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to her.
I understand that.
Plus, interference is
fuck
a
up, you
physical
fucking
act.
kid.
Interference,
He
I
has
can
rights,
interfere
don't
with
you,
words.
right, jackass?
Yes, you can.
Look up the statute. Look up the statute.
And he could, it's called freedom
It's
of speech.
interfering
It's called
with
freedom
my
of speech.
investigation, and right now you are, because I'm trying to make sure these cuffs are on tight.
Make sure they're on tight. Stop talking to me.
Well, because you keep talking to her.
I'm talking to her, not you. Do your own job. Just because you got ADD is not my problem.
Okay. I'm going to give you a chance. I need you to step on the road. Yeah?
Why would I go out in public?
Otherwise, you're going to end up going to cuffs too, dude. And I don't want to do that.
You're live on YouTube, so.
That's fine.
Okay, you can, it's fine. I'm gonna be quiet, and he can be on my yard. He's fine. No, oh, but when I was twisted on the ground, it wasn't okay. How was that okay? No, you're asking me to, okay, I'm turning. You're asking me to cooperate with you, but you're not giving me the chance to. You are not giving me the chance to.
And that's the typical classic jackass move by a cop. Comply or go to jail. Fine, take me to jail. I'd be like, fucking take me, because I'll sue you bitch ass in court. How do you like me now? Yeah, just take me to jail. I don't give. I'm gonna find a street. I'll fight your bitch ass in law. And guess what? You can be smart enough to testify against me in the court of law because I got the evidence. You don't. I tell the cop, I got the goods. You don't.
I'm not gonna respect someone who's being blatantly fucking rude.
All right, let's step back. Put 2 feet in.
Or what is even going on here? You're not giving me any.
What's up, John? Police gun. These cops are threatening to arrest me for watching them assault a minor. They've got a minor in the back of the car, at 17 years old. What's up, everyone? Apparently, this minor assaulted someone, but they've got no proof, just a phone call.
Yeah, bogus phone call.
What's up, everyone? This is Tama County, everyone. They threatened to arrest me for watching them assault a female. There's two cops here.
Out there that threatened to arrest you if you film them. It's crazy. That's why when I filmed that when I was at the cinema downtown Transfer, I filmed like that just to make sure that dudes were rising and violating. And those cops were actually cool. They let him smoke a cigarette.
Tama County Sheriff's Office, everyone. If you want to put the link in the description, you can call them and tell them to have their officers stop assaulting female women, especially minors.
He knew what was up. He knew I was doing some cop watching. Because everybody knows it's day and age. It's good to film the police.
Because apparently she assaulted someone, but the cop had no proof. He barged inside the house, tackled her, assaulted her. She's bleeding. The cop's just mad because she attempted to close the door. All sorts of amendments. 4th Amendment, 14th Amendment, 5th Amendment.
First Amendment, 4th Amendment, 5th Amendment, 14th Amendment.
Yeah, just so she's comfortable. Wide awake. Perfect. I was wondering if that was done. Still get charged, but just wait for tomorrow. Yeah, still tough stuff. Yeah, that's why we did it. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
This part here is when the girl's mother arrives and Deputy Jonathan Evans is over there explaining to the mom what just happened, and somehow the girl was charged with interference with official acts, and I'm still trying to figure out how Evans can barge his way into someone's house, then charge them with interference.
What'd they end up charging you with? What'd they end up charging you with?
It does matter.
We're not going to argue about it.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying.
All right, guys. Michelle, like I said, Jamie, Michelle, be in contact.
We're here just to start recording it. But the cop was already in the house by that point.
And she didn't want him in the house.
Exactly. She didn't have to.
There was no reason for him to go in the house.
Exactly.
That's That's from them?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. They even injured her and everything.
What about the marks in front of you? In front of me?
Can I see that quick?
On the front. Yeah, interference. I got charged with interference. Where?
So this is somehow they broke into her house, but are charging her with interference. Where is it at?
I was stopping myself.
Oh, here's the arresting officer's name, everyone. Jonathan Evans. So now you can redress your grievances with Jonathan Evans.
I guarantee
All right, I got a little bonus right here. Yeah. So this is how crazy cops can do. They'll just arrest you up for the stupidest crap like that. And now the cops are harassing him. All because he made a complaint to an apartment building that was run down, subpar, and people are living with filthy conditions, like with like no heat. I don't know if it's like that, but no heat, broken windows, subpar, deteriorated condition like that. So he's like that, and decided to get back at him for it because he had a video, and Brian did one called "Unbelievable." Cops did this to him after jury declared him innocent, not guilty. Check it out. So yeah, well, I just watched that not too long ago. There are a couple comments on here. Let's check it out. Let's get to newest. How did I end up? That's some bull crap. I beat the charges per se, but this has progressed to me being arrested 3 more times. Just absolute BS, just to cover up for an apartment building. Yep. That's the same. I'm glad you beat the case. I'm not done with these goons yet. Lawsuits to be filed. Just so many trumped up charges to deal with. It's time to consume me, so I'm dealing with trying to do criminal cases well with civil without missing any of the statute of limitations. You're fighting a good fight against those tyrants. Keep it up. Hell yeah. Looks like he shared a James Freeman video the other day. Oh no, it's a poster. Looks like if you don't like me and still watching everything I can do, you're a fan. Hell yeah. I love my support. I like this one. This one's fun. I would call you a worthless sack of shit, but even a sack of shit can be used as fertilizer to serve its purpose. Yeah. All right, I'm out of here. My job. Peace out.